Hey guys, welcome to another great and exciting moment. As you can see, this today we are heavily loaded because we've just got another new person in the house to add to our most reliable and best friend, Jeffrey Mollock. And of course, everybody should know, even though Victor has not been here, it's not an old face. This is a regular and familiar face in ONPASSIVE. Very, very, very charismatic and dynamic. So, guys, I think it's going to be fun tonight. And I'm inviting you all to share your perspectives by way of commenting on the comment section so that we can give you a shout out. So, Victor and Jeffrey, thanks again for joining us live on Empowerment Talks.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Our pleasure.
Thank you, guys. It's such a pleasure having you here. So, guys, as you join, thank you, John Ndingwante. Again, you are welcome too. Thank you for joining. You are the early bird here. Just go ahead and share so that people can join us. This is going to be a very sweet and interesting conversation talking about our social media platform. Even though, Jeffrey, we're going to say a few things before we finally arrive at that. So, yeah. So, we would like you go first, Victor, because I think this is the very first time you are visiting us here on Empowerment Talks. So we'll give you one to two
That's right.
minutes, Victor, to tell us a bit about yourself before we move on, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Sister Comfort. It's a pleasure to be here this evening. My name is Victor Ogumalade. I'm from UK. I'm born in Nigeria. I am married with two children. I've been a motivational speaker for over 10 years now.
Wow.
Um, and I can tell you, God has really, really helped me, a lot. And I'm also a psychologist, a
Wow.
criminologist
Whoa.
degree. So, and that is what I do for a living now, motivational speaking.
Mhm. Wow.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Victor, for
thank you.
letting us know. And we are so happy that you have joined us today. And of course, we're definitely going to tap into your rich background and experience, of course, to bless someone. This is, of course, empowerment talks, and we listen to such so that we can get empowered. So, Jeffrey, do you
Yeah.
really want to introduce yourself? Who doesn't know Jeffrey? So, we don't introduce Jeffrey on this platform. Actually, I don't know. People need to introduce themselves to you, Jeffrey. So,
Yeah.
in the absence of you introducing yourself, because you can't do that here, I am going to get you to quickly comment on this. For the past 2 days, I'm saying this because I can't rest. My phone is actually in trouble. For the past 2 days, our back office has been inaccessible. Is that something to worry about?
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. You know what? Bless you for bringing that up. Um, we just recently had a communique come across that also said there's several countries and they're looking for, if we have information about this, pass it on to the leaders. But no, this is nothing at all to be concerned about. As a matter of fact, it's just letting you know progress is being made. Now, we talked about this. We've talked about it in the last 2 or 3 videos. You and
Right.
I have talked about it. We know that things are happening. We know that what we've got going on is we've got the development of the data center where they're pulling all the hardware, they're putting all the cabling and all that stuff together. And then we go into what we're calling the production phase, where we take all of our products, right? Products, production, stuff we've produced, bringing those over one at a time. Then you fire them up, make sure they're still working, got all their legs and fingers right. Then you bring another one in, you do the same thing. And by this, we're creating the digital ecosystem that Mr. Mufara talks about, which is going to give us that, again, as he says, that word, that thrust, or I think lift. And when I think of lift in that concept or context, think of that great big rocket that we like to see, that's called the Falcon Heavy, and it's got those 3 big boosters on it. That's going to give us the lift, the ecosystem. And once we get it over there and empower that, is going to lift us. That's what they're doing. That's what we're seeing in the back room, is this migration that's going on. The data, they're back there doing all sorts of stuff. They pull out a chunk and they bring it over here. You're going to have what we call bumps. You're going to have challenges. You're going to have things that may or may not go just right. but they figure it out, fix it, and keep going. It's all part of the migration evolution, if you will. So
Wow.
if you can't get into the back office, give it a few hours. If something's acting kind of quirky, give it a few hours. Trust me, there is nothing going on. And this is actually a good sign to let you know that the things that we have said we are doing are being done. So relax, breathe easy, and enjoy.
I know.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Jeffrey. I'd like the last bit of it because that's what I've told a few people today, that if this website is down for 1 week, this is positive. This is a good sign. This shows that a lot is happening. It's just brewing at the background, right? So
Yeah,
thank
but
you
that's not
for,
going to happen. It's not going to go down for a week.
yeah,
They
sure.
may have a prolonged, if they foresee a prolonged period, a number of hours, they will let you know, and it'll be duly noted on the site, that it's under something. No, he's not going to throw us out to the wolves like that. So yeah, life
Right,
is good
right.
for us right now.
Thank you. Thank you
yeah.
so much.
I just want to add something to that. As a matter of fact, this is the best moment for all founders around the whole world because, as Jeffrey said, we are migrating into our data center, and that is what we've been waiting for. We are moving to the next phase. As you all know, next week, you know, it's going to be the end of the founder positions.
Right.
So things are moving fast than than we can expect.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, guys. I think this is useful information. So, guys, as you join us, just do well to share your perspective, give a comment. If you have a question, just drop it in the comment section. Let's do it together. It's more fun when everybody is interactive. So, thank you once again. Let's quickly do this, Jeffrey, before we delve into our business for today. Actually, we just want to look at what social media has been doing to people for the past years, maybe 2 decades, and let's see, compare what we've got to what is in the market and see. Let's show our social media platform out today. We're here to show off. We've got the best so far. So, guys, you may go first, Victor, if you want to.
Yeah,
Just briefly, what did you take from the meeting with Ash last Monday, the Q&A? Last Monday our CEO was actually put on a hot seat. So, what do
yes.
you take home from that session?
It was the best session I've ever witnessed because of the type of question that founders, were asking that day. And I can tell you, there was a question that Shas Osung asked
Mm-hmm.
in regards to what will happen when the foundership is closed. Are we going to pay our activation fees? What is going to happen thereafter?
Mm-hmm.
And I love the way Ash said it, explained about, because Shas Osung was saying, is there any other launch, mega launch thereafter or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
But Ash, specifically said, I don't know the kind of name you call it, but we are going to be selling our products. So if you take it as launch, well, if you don't take it as launch, all I know is that I want to sell products. So I was so happy, in all honesty, because that is what we are waiting for.
Right.
So that's what I took home that day.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks so much. So, Jeffrey, did you take anything home at all?
I'm sorry, say that again.
I'm asking if you took anything home from the Monday session. What struck you particularly? What? Yeah.
Uh, well, you know me, I've got a mind that thinks a little differently. And I've got to tell you that the questions that we heard, well, they were all good questions, and a lot of them went different directions. But my takeaway was the context that we got from Mr. Mufaro when he was answering those questions.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not like he just gave us a quick 2-minute answer on a question and moved on.
Mm-hmm.
He actually took the time to talk about surrounding issues, right? The peripherals of the challenges as well as the good things concerning these questions. So he gave you excellent context, excellent food for thought, if you will, that gave you the picture of the whole ecosystem and where we are, where we were, where we're going, the whole 9 yards, I mean, that's what I love. What I got was more overall a solid picture of what we want and why we're taking the time that we are to get there. So I didn't really focus on any particular question, but I
Right.
did get the whole sense of it, and I was there for the entire time. So life was good for me
It was
because
me
that
too.
really helps me. It's like you said, I'm telling people, relax, enjoy the ride. I'm doing it even more after that.
Right. Thank you. Thanks so much. So, guys, if there's something, some particular thing that you took away from the Monday session, just drop it on the comment section. Let's see what people benefited from that great whole session. Ash putting willingly and happily placing himself on a hot seat for 1.5 million people. That was courageous of him, though. So, thank you guys for that great contribution. And of course, guys, before we go ahead, Victor and myself are happy to announce to you that on the 2nd of July 2022, we shall be having our very first official face-to-face meeting here in the
Yeah.
UK, Worcester, West Midlands, 40 minutes drive from where I live. So, guys, join us if you can, if you are in the UK. And if you are not, you have friends and family in the UK, all roads lead to Worcester on the 2nd of July. That's going to be a Saturday, guys. It's going to be fun to meet Red face to face, to meet Victor, to meet Collins, to meet Vincent, and all of those people. So, guys, make sure you join us. So that said, Jeffrey, let's see. I just want us to today to take time to look at least, because there are times we use stuff, we go through stuff, we do things throughout our lives, and we don't ever ask questions. What is this? What is the purpose of that? So let's look at the importance, right? The importance of social media, or the power of social media. We've been on this for, I think, almost 2 decades now, right? Or so,
Yeah.
to the
Woo,
best of
yeah.
my knowledge. So let's just generally look at that, so that we know a few platforms. At least when they say social media, people have examples in their mind. But then after which we will present what we've got. So what actually is the important, the use or the power of social media in the 21st century?
Wow. The power of social media is all about connectivity. It's about making the world smaller and making us able to reach out and interact with people that we may or may not even know. It's about our story. It's about putting our story in context with the world. And it's a huge, huge platform as far as industry or anything else. So when you talk about what is social media, it depends on what plate do you want to look at, because man, it is billions and billions of dollars worth of money. It is integrated software. It's a driver of technology. It is a driver of digital relationships, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all about a driver of the internet. So it is a massive engine. I mean, there's nowhere that you can look in the world that you won't see the effect of social media at some point, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
totally, something like Instagram or Twitter, or whether you're looking at the masses through Facebook with stories, or even LinkedIn on a more professional level. Any way you look at it, it's here to stay. It's going to get bigger, better, faster, sweeter, redder, like the tomato ketchup
Mm-hmm.
commercial. And what we're looking at in the future is connectivity of that into the entire globe of what we have on passive, what we call the digital ecosystem. The world is doing that at large, but on passive is doing it under one roof. So that's where we're going with it. And man, alive, boy, do we have the capability to do it.
Hello. Yes, Victor, if you would like to add something to what
Yeah,
Jeff
of,
also said.
of course, of course. When you look at the importance of social media in the world of today, is just humongous. If we continue to talk about social media, we can be here for the next 3 hours. I want to let you know that without social media these days, you cannot really go far, because as a businessman, as a marketer, or whatever you are, you need social media platform. The importance, it will increase, brand awareness, connectivity.
Mm-hmm.
It helps people to know that you are human. Humanize your brand, establish your brand as a thought leader. Generate leads, generate website traffic. Boost sales. Those are what social media can do for anyone, whether business, company, or corporation.
Mm-hmm.
And OnPassive is bringing, this social media platform called ONET to the world, which is far, 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 far better than what we have there today. So
Okay, bro, see,
the
wait,
importance cannot be
let's
overemphasized.
right, exactly. Let's wait there first because we need to go into ONET. Of course, that's why we are here. So, guys, if you are joining us now, we're just trying to look at the importance of social media, given that we've got the monster of it all in our hands. So, Jeffrey, Victor just said that social media is you equally said that is billions of money. And Victor, in other words, says without social media, you can't do much with your business, with your profession, and stuff like that. Is that, do you really agree with that?
Well, yeah, absolutely. That's the way it's going. That is the new, should I say, informal economy. That's how you're getting your word out. That's how you're getting your story out. That's how businesses, all the businesses, you look in any business that is anything at all, and they have websites and they have social medias. I mean, take advantage. I mean, take, for instance, OnPassive. First thing you see is Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. I mean, we're up there, LinkedIn.
Right.
We're on all of them. Everybody's on all of them because that's the new media. That's where
Mhm.
everything is going. So absolutely, not only are we a part of it, we've got to be a part of it, or we're going to be like we say with those that don't join OnPassive, they're going to be left behind.
Right. Okay, just like my title says today, at some point I think I wrote that on passive or ONET is the king of all social media platforms. And I think in the same way, my brother Victor says, ONET, our ONET is the best of every social media platform you have seen. So what is it that's making on passive founders to like be like on top of the moon with their social media platform, just like any other product? What's the difference that we have to offer that others do not have? Victor, if you may go first,
Yeah,
please.
yeah. I'm sure the difference is, it's very obvious to all of us that are, passive now, and it's going to be obvious to the whole world later on. Because when you look at social media, most of these social medias, they are just there to sell, people's data. But our own social media, which is ONET, is not for that. It's just, for connectivity, targeted advertising, and so on and so forth. So all data are protected. When you look at Facebook, for example, I don't like mentioning names,
Mhm.
you can see a lot of people, fake people saying, "Oh, I'm this," and they are not. A girl will say he's a man, the man will say you don't even know who you are talking, who you are relating to, who you are connecting with. But OnPassive is changing that, that paradigm shift now. It's going to be on the OnPassive, because we're not going to be doing that before you can, become an ONET, user. You must be verified as a real person. So there is no fake, there's no data sales here in ONET, passive, and that is why I prefer ONET to any other social media, platform out there, and I'll be bringing in a lot of people by the grace of God.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. Good to know. So, Jeffrey, what do you want to add to that, please? What makes our social media platform stand out even before we launch?
Well, interestingly enough, we haven't even seen as founders, we haven't even seen what the total platform is. And we've already
Right.
got a lot of generated excitement about it, right? Because our platform is going to be a lot more revolutionary than we even know as far as connecting with friends and family and communities like any other social platform, right? But what ours is going to be turning into because of our digital ecosystem is an all encompassing application for your set social network, whether that's for personal or for professional purposes. If, whatever reason you use the ONET for, it's going to be the hub of your social experience online. And
Mm-hmm.
when you start to bring in the other things of OnPassive with that, especially if you start looking at the, the O Connect and the O Academy and the O
Right.
Staff and all these other things together, whoa, man alive. I mean, that's what's going to set us apart. That's what's going to make us part of the huge, phenomenally radical system is simply because we've got all the technology under one roof, and we've got a lot more than just a social media platform. And we've got constituents or elements within that combine all of the other things that are being used by everybody else. So that's the big deal about where we're at. I mean, before we even talk about what's in it, the connectivity is the big deal.
Wow. Thank
If
you
that
so much.
makes sense. I mean,
Yeah. So definitely it does. So earlier on, Jeffrey, you said social media, like it's like billions and billions of money. We go on on all of those places. You don't pay any money to do that. Like if you want to post pictures, I just go ahead and do. So how do they generate income? How do they make money? Because apparently they're, like some of those CEOs, they are trillionaires and stuff. So how do they make money?
that's to me.
Okay. Should I go first?
Up.
Yeah, you just asked a very, very good question. How do social media make money? I will tell you that social media is a form of advertising, because by the time you created the community, you build the community, then people wants to come to you. They want to come to your social media to advertise, whatever they are selling. And once they once they bring their product or whatever into that social media, social media makes money on click. So whoever clicks on that product or advertisement, that social media has made money, whether they buy or they don't buy. So they make their money from advertising. That
Okay.
is just it. Yeah.
All right. Jeffrey, would you like to add something to that, please?
Oh, sure. But you're absolutely right, Victor. It's all about advertising and selling your products and or anything else you can do along the way. But oddly enough, this opens up something about another huge, passionate reason why we want ONET. So to comment on what Victor had said, yes, it is about advertising. It is about getting something out there and then selling it. Now, you look at major, I'm not going to call any names,
Major
but
social media platforms.
major social media, what is the biggest product they have? You and you. Your information, your digital identity, your secrets, your data about your life. That's why it's a social platform, because they want to know everything about you so they can turn it right around and they sell that information. And if you don't think I'm accurate, I dare you, go open up a brand new account with one of the major, I haven't seen this with LinkedIn. LinkedIn is pretty good, but any other major, and you're going to start getting all sorts of information or you're going to give information that they're going to take from that account, and they're going to start targeting you because of your personal information, right? But secondarily, they're going to sell your phone number and your address or anything else. They're going to sell it to other people so they can target you. That's the nature of the beast. But think about ONPASSIVE. Ethical, integral, got a big heart, does what's right because it's right? We do not do that. With ONET and any other program, with our network, our social media, and any other program or platform we have, we do not collect your personal data. We do not sell. We do not group it. We don't do anything. We don't even keep it. We keep only what we need to administrate the accounts that you have with us, and we will never, ever, 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 ever sell that information, primarily because we won't have it, or to anybody, period. On top of that, another big draw, which you will not see with other social medias, you do not get paid for your presence or what you do on their sites. With ONPASSIVE, even in O Network, any of the old products that we have, you have an opportunity to earn simply by using it and sharing it on your own websites that's branded by you. So if you want to know the real reason people are going to be coming to us, that's two of them right there. We don't sell your property or your identity, and we don't we can pay you to be using our stuff as opposed to making it cost you something.
Wow, that's really important, Jeffrey. I think you both need to same because fake profiling and stuff like that are things that are trending on social media nowadays, and these bullies, social media bullies or cyber bullies, are making good use of fake profiles to do what they do to people and stuff like that. So, are you actually saying that we're not going to have that is something that will not happen in all net? Will not have like fake profiles and all of those and stuff.
It won't happen. It won't happen.
Okay.
It won't
That's
happen.
that that's I think that is very, very, very promising, and people need to know. So to you, Victor, you are a professional motivational speaker, and I just want to know, linking, given that our products are interrelated or interconnected, like we have on net connected to O Connect and stuff like that. Do you think that these possibilities we have and the richness of our products is going to take your business to another level, like connecting using ODNet and connected to or connect and stuff like that?
Absolutely, absolutely. O Connect is going to, not just me, you know, everybody around the whole world, that to showcase their skills, their talents, their profession, whatever they have passion for, whatever they do. O Connect will help them. Even ONET will help them as well, to gain more exposure. I give you an example. Uh, we use a platform at the moment, which I'm not going to mention the name. Everybody using the average 300 million, on a daily basis. Very
Mm-hmm,
popular. Each time we invite our, my mentor, Les Brown, we use that platform, and several thousands of people comes to that platform. But the
mm-hmm,
money that the guy that arranged that webinar, the money that he pays is paying thousands of dollars to Zoom on a monthly basis,
mm-hmm,
you know, to bring Liz Brown, another, well-known, renowned, motivational speaker, just to come and help us. So
mm-hmm,
I'm imagining that when our O Connect is ready and, you know, gets out there, I cannot wait, because the whole world will be flooding O Connect.
mm-hmm,
And I mean, this is serious, because what we have in O Connect is incomparable. You cannot compare the price, the cost, the value, not to talk about other product that people have access to. So it's a no-brainer. I used to tell people, if you don't join on passive, I think, and all this value, what we are bringing to the world, that means that person is a special therapy.
mm-hmm.
So eh, to be honest, so because it's just the value is just too much.
Wow.
So
Jeffrey. Okay, sorry.
yeah,
Go ahead, bro.
yeah, that's it, that's
Yeah,
it.
people say a lot of interesting things when they come here. You need a therapy if you don't really see what we've got. There's last time our best friend Colin would say, if on passive if you can't see anything about good about on passive, then he needs to pray for you. So I just enjoy listening to such. So so I think you heard what Victor just said, Jeffrey. So I just want to ask, because he says just the price first of all is something that will attract people. But apart from the price, what do we have in our products like ONET and All Connect that will like kind of attract more people, like they'll be attracted to any other platform?
Well, right off the bat, you've got to think of unlimited capability, right? There is no caps. Like Victor was saying, not only is it price point, right? I mean, you think about, well, I mean, he mentioned, another conferencing site that we
Mhm.
use. I mean, I think we're paying, 10 grand a month
Oh my.
for a limited number of people. That's ludicrous. Ludicrous.
Yeah.
And you're going to get, with OnPassive, you're going to get a site. I mean, this is a high def, right? Audio visual conferencing platform that is unmatched in clarity and quality, right? And able to accommodate virtual and hybrid classes, okay? With all the best AI tools. It's got dashboards for managing traffic and usages and attendance and all the meeting options one-click upload, on-demand, just so much stuff. I mean, not to mention speech-to-text features for real-time teamwork with dual screening, screen sharing, auto translation. Just, I mean, a stupid amount of value, but you're going to be getting it for clearly less than 1/10 of the cost of anything else out. And I mean, let me tell you, when I see clearly below 1/10, if you pay more than 1% of what some of these people are asking for, then I'm going to be surprised. And on top of that, I mean, not only is it such a low price point at such an incredible value. I mean, Victor said it pretty good when there's so much value that it's going to be mind-boggling. Mr. Mufar says, you know, I hate to tell you this, we got to dim it down, because if we really tell people how good we are and how much value there is, they're going to shut up and they're going to turn around and walk away because they're not going to believe it. There's no difference with ONET or OConnect. I mean, when you got automatic translation into more than 100 languages, you've got, it doesn't matter, you know, if you're giving a conference, if you're giving a webinar or an event, you can have unlimited people there. So it doesn't matter for that 100 or 200 or $300 or whatever you're paying for it. You can have 5, 50, 5,000, 500,000. Doesn't matter. There's no cap. See what I'm saying? And on top of all that, it's all integrated. Everything's integrated to everything else that we have. So when you get that product, if you want, you can buy the whole suite for a lot less than, I mean, the value. Victor, you said it all when you said value. So, I mean, that's what it's all about. There is so much value. Mr. Morfara says, and I got the clip to prove it, you will never get the value from any other company on the planet that ONPASSIVE is giving you, period.
Right. Wow. This is just crazy. Like we were saying the other day, I think if it's not crazy, if it's not extravagantly huge and massive, then it's not ONPASSIVE. So it's just exciting when we listen to these things. And if anybody is joining us now and you're not yet a founding member, please listen. This is what we've got to offer. And you still have a couple of days to go for the chances to finally be shut down. So, and moreover, before we leave from here, we're going to give you a few reasons why you should join in addition to what you're already getting now. So guys, go ahead and share and bring in your family members and loved ones. Let them join us and, of course, get the last opportunity. We share because we care. Am I right, Geoffrey? Yeah. We do share.
There was a song a long time ago that just popped into my head when you said the opportunities. Remember that song? It said, you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone. Times they are a-changing. Get on board. You better get on board.
Yeah, sure. That's cool. So I know one of the things that you said earlier on, Geoffrey, I like going back to stuff, right? Because I want to get really deep into it, and I want our people to get it really right. You said people could like start earning money or making money just by, like, let's say using our social media platforms like ONET or Connect, our Zoom conferencing, not Zoom conferencing, please, our video conferencing platform and stuff. How does that happen? Could that happen when you are not yet a founding member or a customer or something? How does it happen that you can earn money by just using the platform?
Well, it's obviously going to be better if you get into the next few days as a founder, because that's got benefits that are above and beyond anything you've ever thought of.
Right.
But after we open to the public, I mean, the evolution is that you come in as a customer, meaning that you want to purchase and you want to use some of our products. Once you do that, you will have the ability, or unless you're just a total, I'm not even going to go there. I'm just going to say ONPASSIVE will offer you an opportunity to become a reseller of the ONPASSIVE products, and you can earn massively with that. But even if you don't want to do that and you create your own website through us using our products and stuff, we will also allow you to earn from some of the things that come into your site through some of the things that we provide for you. So all you have to do is click the box and say, yeah, I'd like to people coming in, if they look at this and they click on it and they buy it, yeah, I'd like to get a piece of that. So yeah, definitely you've got an opportunity to earn from any of the platforms that you're part of. But the big deal is being a founder. That's where the real benefit is. That's the premier position, and that's going to
Wow.
give you all of the earning capability I think you're looking for. Multiple streams,
Wow.
exponential streams.
That's just a very,
Yeah.
very, very exciting. So let's say hi to our best friend in the house. I call him a guardian angel because anywhere we go, he's always with us. John Barilla, thank you for joining. And guys, we're happy that
Oh
you are here.
yeah.
Thanks for all the
Hey
contributions.
John.
Yeah. So there's a great contribution here from our sister Ruth. She says on passive is unique, it's unlimited, it's much faster, and 100% efficiency. So, is that how you would describe it, Victor, to someone?
Absolutely. OnPassive is so unique, it's so legitimate, it's so, all the products are viable because all our products are in demand products. That is product that you cannot do without, viable,
Mm,
legitimate. And when you look, when I say it's unique, unlimited, how can a customer come into OnPassive and purchase the full package and have access to so many products, all the products? It has never, ever, ever been done before. So, and that is why I always tell people that what is happening now has never happened before, and it will never happen in our generation, because all these products are integrated under one umbrella at a ridiculous price for customer.
mm,
There is no, I mean, this is from me, from my own personal point of view. I've, with the little experience I've had in the last, 10 years, I can say, with total conviction that the whole world will come to OnPassive. I'm telling you that, because what we are offering is just too massive for anybody to resist and to say no. It is impossible, unless, like I said earlier, that person will need something else. I
wow.
don't want to. Yeah. So that is why
It's
it's
all
so
right.
unique. That's why
Yeah,
it's
on
so unique.
passive can make you say a few things, but I
Yeah.
think what we do here, we just present on passive exactly
Mm,
as it is and
yes.
let people decide, they take informed decisions. They know that
Hmm.
this is exactly what it is. I want to go for it or not. Choice remains yours,
Yes.
right? So that's on passive for us. So let's gradually go down to, we know that we have just a few days, less than a week now for this opportunity to finally be shut down and you'll never have it again. Quick greetings to Keba Ikers. She says on passive is disruptive. And of course, indeed, that is just it. On passive is disruptive. And there are no two
Mhm.
ways of describing that. So let's use this opportunity now, Jeffrey, to present on passive, given that either now as they're watching us or later on somebody will stumble on this who is not yet a founding member, or people share to their loved ones to hear from someone else. So what reason would you give someone to join on passive? What are the benefits of becoming a founding member? Victor, you may go first because I don't know.
Yeah, yes, it's all right. Yeah. I mean, I will encourage all our viewers to, do the needful now to make an informed decision and take at least one founder position, because this is a company that offers you everything that you can ever imagine. Promote your business, bring targeted customers, follow up, customer support, and you just make money just like that, whether passive or inactive. You are a winner in non-passive. It has never been done before, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why I'm so passionate that I want everyone that come across my way, I encourage them to become founder, because this opportunity is one in a lifetime opportunity that can never repeat itself. So that's why it's very, very vital to make haste while the sun shines now and become founder before we open everything to the public.
Wow, thank you so much. And what you are saying now, it sounds like what Michael Williams would say. This is the only business you would ever need. So I don't know, Jeffrey, would you like to add some other things? So give people reason to join. You know, that is Mr. Ash Mufareh's heart. He wants to share. So we are just here to do what pleases our CEO. What
Oh
reason?
yeah, that's too easy. I mean, we go back to capital.
I know it's
It's
just like
complete,
this.
it's automated, gives you traffic and money. What more are you going to want? But to bring it home, really, to make it a little more, acceptable to the audience here. If you haven't ever heard of ONPASSIVE, or you don't know what we're talking about, the founder position is a premier position of ONPASSIVE, and that's the one with the greatest benefits and the greatest power behind the position, if you will. If I had any recommendation, it would be get in. If you are a quality leader, I mean, if you've got a good heart, and you do what's right because it's right, we want you in here with us. If you're not, well, you can join later. But let me just tell you, the benefits of foundership are way beyond anything you ever heard of. I mean, besides bragging rights, besides the obvious, you're going to be able to earn money. Besides what we also say is a done for you business, where 90% of what you earn as a founder is going to be promoted and given to you off the backs or the work of ONPASSIVE, right? But even more than that, we also are going to be in a profit sharing relationship with ONPASSIVE. And that is to say that ONPASSIVE is going to use the money's going to come in. They're going to take a big chunk of it, and they're going to pay all their bills. They're going to make sure the lights stay on, and their benefits, the people get paid. After that, they're going to take another chunk. They're going to set for R&D, right? Research development. They're going to make sure we are sustainable, very important, because we are cutting edge. We are developing the tech that we use. We will be in the future. We got to be sustainable. Next, after that, when those two big things are done, they don't plan on keeping profit within the company. They're going to take what's left of the profit. They're going to distribute it among the founders. So that's reason enough. But on top of that, the money that you're going to be able to earn, simply because as a founder, being in before we do anything, we've also got innovation labs that are going to be coming out with all sorts of stuff. They've got lots of dozens physical products and inventions never before seen that are already going into marketing. We've got our own data centers, and there's going to be more of those so that we're connected globally. Those are going to be profit centers. And none of that even really goes into the digital ecosystem profit I was just talking about. So if you want to know why do I want to be a founder, think about all that. Think about peace of mind. Think about not having to be part of what we call the rat race and worrying about. I mean, we've got folks in the world. Some of us don't know where our next meal is coming from. Some of us don't know, where anything, how are we going to pay a car payment? I mean, anywhere in the world, you're going to find people with different social status, different needs. ONPASSIVE is the equalizer, because ONPASSIVE is going to allow us all to have enough for us and excess. And that is part of the guaranteed success, because they're going to bring all the wealth in that they do, and they're going to generate enough to make sure that each and every one of the founders have more than enough so that we can then go out and share it with the rest of the world. And now in my particular case, that means I'm going to go right over here to the next door where the lady has adopted 3 children. And I know she's having a hard time because she's single. And I'm going to say, you know what? I just was blessed big time. So let's get this driveway paved. Let's make sure your refrigerator's full. Let's make sure the girls have what they need to go to school, and just really start and do that anywhere and everywhere. I know people down the street that don't have enough to pay their electric bill. And that's what we're talking about. And so if you really want to know the real reason for joining on ONPASSIVE, you do it because of what's in your heart and because we want to lift humanity. And by doing what Mr. Mufareh is doing and generating wealth for every one of us, not only the founders, so we'll be the biggest winners, You're also going to have people joining after we actually open to the public. You're going to come in as customers. You're going to start making more money and be more successful on your own website selling your own products. If you choose and you become a reseller of ONPASSIVE's product, you now have a secondary website we're creating for you, giving you all the tools. And like Mr. Victor said, we're doing all the marketing. We're doing all the follow-up. We're making all the sales. We're bringing in all the money. We're dropping it in your wallet, and you're fat and happy and what we call fat, dumb, and happy over here. You know, you just, life is good. So that's another way that you're going to be earning. And that's what we want to do. And we want to make sure that we have enough so that we're lifting humanity, so that we have more than enough, so that we can make sure that everybody that we're connected to, our wealth and our abundance and our mindset and heart set spill out and over into the economy, and everybody gets lifted up. That's why you join ONPASSIVE. So I know that was long, but like Victor says, I'm passionate about this.
It's not long. It's just so sweet. You know, I feel like I'm listening to this for the first time because you have your way of putting it down. I'm just like, okay, now he's bringing me back to my June 2020 when I'm already here now. You know, thank you so much, Jeffrey. I think that's what we do to take it down to everybody. So it's such a, you just touched on something that I thought was going to be the next point, but we can't go without dwelling on it a little tiny bit. Brother Victor, you know, Jeffrey's talking about helping the next door neighbor and stuff. Jeffrey remind me of something about a year ago. Marina said she just has this plan, you know, like find a single mom struggling with little 3 or 4 children, and then you just buy a car and offer to them and say, oh my God, I've never thought like this, but I just see it and I get the relief on behalf of this woman. Imagine you doing that. You know, nothing is better than blessing. And from my own perspective, guys, what I believe is that Mr. Ash Mufare shares this opportunity with us because he wants us to reach out to these people whom, even if the opposition is $1, they will still not be able to afford, right? Boom. So, Victor, what do you think about Mr. Ash Mufare's idea behind the humanitarian part of this whole movement?
Yeah, I really want to concur to Jeffrey Mollock explanation because as I always say, Ash is a God sent to the world, you know, to change lives around the globe, because it's giving us the vehicle in order for us to become a channel of blessing to others, to help the needy. Like, you know, Jeffrey just mentioned it, a lot of people don't have potable water. A lot of people don't have a place to live. A lot of people are hungry. I've been there before myself. So I know how, you know, how it means a lot. It means a lot to people when you have someone that can just give you a helping hand, you know, to solve the problem. And that is what Ash has given us, the funders. And that is the more reason why, you know, people need to think, you know, to become a funder now, because you have the means to help others. Because without, even if you want to help people, you want to help the needy, if you don't have the resources, how will you do it? So you need money. And that is why Ash is giving us this vehicle to replicate what he's doing, you know, in our family, in our neighbor, in our community, in our world, you know, to, you know, spread the words, to reduce the gap between the rich and the poor. And that is why Ash, you know, gave us this opportunity. It has never happened before. When you look at other CEOs, they just call their clans, the few people, and become founder, and they all become, you know, multi-billionaires. But Ash is not doing that. It's not for the money. It's just here to change lives. And that is what we, the founder, that's what we are replicating as well. So I will, you know, strongly, you know, advise people that are watching now or that will be watching later to take that bold decision and become founder before it is too late.
Right. Thank you. I think when you said earlier on, bro, that ONPASSIVE, that Ash is God sent, it sounds exactly the same like what you, Anita, is saying, that ONPASSIVE is divine. You know, so I think we can just say anything so much, we can say a lot about ONPASSIVE, and that's exactly just what it is. Let's hear Ruth says, ONPASSIVE has taught me a lot. I've enjoyed every step of the journey, and she says she wishes she had known of it much earlier. I think it's always on time, right, Jeffrey? Do you think someone should regret that they joined a bit later than I think it was just on time? Whoever joined at what time, I think that you've had already enough and you're testifying here. So the good thing is that you are here and there's still more to
Yeah,
come.
I want to add to that that no time is too late. I came in 2020, August 2020, and I was thinking, oh,
Yeah.
it's going to, you know, it's going to be closed the following day. As a matter of fact, my own case is so different. Nobody introduced me to ONPASSIVE. It's just an act of God. I just saw
Yeah.
the video made by Red Frame, and I said,
This
wow,
is
if,
different.
if this is, I mean, nobody has to convince me or to beg me or to introduce it to me. I become go founder straight away that night.
Right.
And that very week, I was opportune to listen to our CEO. Oh my God, it's just another human being on it. I'm telling you, it's just mind blowing. And since
Right.
then, I want to say my life has been going from strength to strength and from glory to glory. I never
Exactly.
regretted it, and that's why I'm sharing it with my people.
Thank you, bro.
Thank
I
you.
think we believe you are because we know what you do, right? That's just
Yeah.
it. That's just on passive for us. And it's so sweet, guys. Whoever is not yet part of this, you will never forget yourself when you finally realize it and it's late. You will never forgive yourself. So if you have $97 now, go for it. Jeffrey, this is what I tell my people back home. By home here, I mean Africa and surely maybe other developing countries. Our parents borrow tons of money and sell family properties, landed properties, just to send children to school. At this time around, they boldly tell parents back home, borrow $97. Go now and borrow it where you borrow the millions. Get an account here, and that is it. Life has changed forever and ever, right? So I think we can't say much. Am I trying to be part of this panel? Guys, forgive me. I'm
Mhm.
talking sorry, I'm talking a lot today, but that's on passive.
That's
So
all right.
Jeffrey, let's quickly have a look at this. You know me. Correction, when Mr. Ash Mufare says on passive is the correction to the corruption. Is he here referring to corruption like in politics, or is he looking at corruption from another angle?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to have to back you up if you don't mind. I really, I can't let, I mean, Mr. Victor was talking about some things I really want to follow up on.
Go,
So,
please,
but,
go
but
for
I'll
it.
get to that but I'll make sure I won't forget it.
I'll
We were
remind
talking
you.
about, you were talking about products and those sorts of things that people are going to need. And one of the things that I absolutely love, and this is just to explain some things that people don't get yet about how big we are and how massive and what a movement this really is. Because the things that we're coming out with aren't just run of the mill products, that everybody sees today. These physical products I'm talking about. These are inventions that people have never seen. And the strategy that he's going to have going into the future is to look for those products that are good products that everybody needs, that those people that are making the products, they're ripping us off. They're charging too much. We're going to take that idea and we're going to remake that product in our image, so to speak. And then we're going to offer it at such a low price because people need it. They shouldn't be raked across the coals over it. So that's just one of the strategies, right? When we have other products coming out and other things going on that people don't know about, I'm talking about for instance, like what you said, no, Victor, I think one of you, I can't remember. You talked about water, the world water crisis,
Yeah, that
right?
was
You
Victor.
talked
Yeah.
about energy. Well, maybe you didn't talk. I thought about energy, but renewable energy system, these kind of things. When we talk about changing the world, we don't just mean through technology or through economy. Mr. Mufara has said multiple times, we are going to change the face of the planet. And think about how that is done. It's done through technology. I mean, you could take You can clean up swamplands and landfills. You can turn deserts into forests. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. ONPASSIVE is going to be doing that. The biggest thing that I really, really like, and this, Victor, this goes back to what you said about God being, Ash being a godsend. Our statement here from our sister that said, that ONPASSIVE was a divine, if you will, sort of thing happening. Absolutely. And one of the things that we see with this, one of the biggest world-changing, life-changing things is the decentralization of wealth that Mr. Mufar is bringing about, because we're taking the entire globe. I mean, we're in more than 200 countries, got 1.5 million founders who have big hearts, some more big than others, but okay, we got a lot of founders that are going to have more than what they need to work with. They're going to live in abundance eventually, every one of them, and they're going to be pouring this out in a global net that's going to help lift the entire cultures and the entire living standard of every person on the planet. So that is going to be huge. Now, addressing divinity, I think Mr. Mufar could probably use some sense of humor concerning that sometimes, but that's just me. Sometimes I want to say some things about it kind of funny, but I agree that this whole thing is a divination. God has orchestrated this. He has brought Mr. Mufar into the picture and raised him up for this time, for this company. He has given them the ability, the resources. He's given them the will and the purpose and the way to do this. He's given them the heart to do it. And that's what makes it all work. And that brings us right into timing, right? Timing. How many times have you heard me say in videos, we ain't early, but we ain't late either. I mean, we are right on time, and we are where we need to be when we need to be there. And that has a trickle down right straight to the founders and even to the customers that we bring in after launch. Everything is timed out absolutely perfectly. It's going to work that way. It's divinely orchestrated that way. And as far as being the correction to the corruption, let me tell you, oh, baby, yeah, we are. I will say that with a caveat. We are not dissing any governments, and we're not talking a political stance here. What we're talking about is the greed and the selfishness and the hoarding of finances that are done by the big companies and the power brokers out there that have such a monopoly on things. And I mean, from the top all the way down, they own companies all the way down through media that we can't do anything about. And they're just driving it, and they're sucking the life out of America and the UK and Africa and every other country on the planet. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about doing what's right in the right way with ethics for the entire globe and lifting everybody up and getting us back to where we should have been before all these things started happening and the corruption started taking over to make these people filthy rich. That's what he's referring to. So it doesn't have anything to do with politics. We're saying we're going to do what's right because it's right, because the world and the timing and the consciousness is all at that level, and that's where we're going. And I'm sorry, I know that was a long bit.
You don't need to be Jeffrey, because you just nailed it. When you say we're not late, we're just on time and stuff. People who talk about some lateness are people who are not plugged in, because when I finally got when the light bulb shone and I saw the thing that is inside ONPASSIVE, I forgot that I came here for money, because the journey is so sweet. It's such a sweet journey. I can bring Jeffrey here every day because I just want to listen to him speak. I learn a lot. Jeffrey, Dr. Bill Williams, Mike Ellis, Red, and all of those people, my brother Victor. What else? It's such a sweet thing, guys. So we are just over the moon, especially me. I'm just like, oh my God. So it's such a blessing. Thank you, guys. I'm talking a lot today. Jeffrey, bear with me. I think next time I'll really behave myself. So yes. So I'm going to ask the last silly question now so that I'll let people go. And please, if you can, kindly say it on the comment section. Let's know. Oh, before I forget to, we are cordially inviting everybody on the 2nd of July. Please meet us in Worcester, in West Midlands here. We are having our very first official face-to-face meeting to do an ONPASSIVE presentation to the public. You will have an opportunity to meet Mr. Q&A Red Fern face to face. You will meet my brother Victor Collins, the OTech Pro guys, and all of the great leaders who are here in the UK and Ireland. Tell your families and friends who are here to meet us. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be a great joy, guys. So yeah, thank you. So Jeffrey, let's go. I think let me go. Let Victor go first because you've been talking the last 1.5 minutes. So, Victor, this is something when you discover what ONPASSIVE is about, like me, I don't sleep at night. I keep planning journeys. I will go to this place, go to that. That's just me, right? Then Ash does it. Ash makes it clear. He says, take care of yourself, but he is going to take care of us first. He says he will fill your tank until it's overflowing. He is not interested in what is not tank because it's yours. His interest is on these crumbs on the floor. That's why I'm just like, I will go north, south, west, east, and take care of this and that and that and that. At times we overplan and forget about ourselves. So, my brother Victor, what are you planning? What a treat are you planning to give to yourself and your family? Something you thought you would never do, and the opportunity is here now. You have the means, the time, and everything. What is that special thing that you would like to do with your family? So special, once in a lifetime thing. Guys, let's
Yeah,
know what you're planning. Put it on the comment section. We want to hear.
I'm planning so many things because my family has been so supportive. My wife, in particular, and my children,
Yeah.
they've been there for me. They stood by me all the way. In fact, it was my wife that even encouraged me to really take ONPASSIVE on board and spread, the message around the
Right.
whole world. And so my special treat is to really, take my wife and children on a treat. You know, I don't want to discuss here. I've got a
Oh,
lot of
it's all right.
things, but I also have a charity back home in Nigeria. You know, for my mom, I lost my mom at age 13, and I've said to myself, I promised myself that, I'm going to help the less privileged, the children that have lost that in orphanage. I want to help them, and the old, women around my community. So that has always been in my heart, and the ONPASSIVE is giving me that opportunity to be able to do that. So that's all I can say for now.
You know why I'm laughing, Jeffrey? Because the selfless nature of Ash is kind of uh, um, uh, contagious, right? I want him to tell me what he will do for himself. He tells a little bit of what he will do for him and his family, and he goes back to the foundation and orphanages and stuff. That is such a blessing. Thank you, bro. Your plans are just wonderful. Anyway, it's a treat because blessing, they say, oh, blessed is the hand that gives than the one that taketh. So, Jeffrey, what are you going to do? That's special.
I love what he came up. He's thinking about his wife, and what better, right? I mean, I'm in the same boat you are, Victor. I've got a wife of, more than 3 decades. I'm not a young pup anymore, and I'm telling you what, she has been encouraging. I do not know where I'd be without her today. She is my partner in business and in life, and
Amen.
she is my best friend.
Oh,
And I think about, you know what? I have told people she is going to make an excellent wealthy woman. That's all I
oh
can
yeah.
say. And I want to give this to her. I want this for her because she has given me so much and blessed me so much with us in our relationship. And it's
Wow.
just, I like what he says, let me give back to those that helped me. And even beyond that, we
Oh
can,
my.
the things that I want to do, and he may not have come out and said this is for me, but when we bless our spouses and we bless those around us, we're doing it for ourselves. Don't think for a minute that that's whether we're looking for it or expect it or not. Don't think for a minute it's not going to come back to us. I mean, we call that the law of attraction or the law of sowing and reaping or the
Mhm.
law of whatever you want to make it. That's the way it works. Your energy goes out, the emotion goes out magnetically, it draws things back to you, and like returns like. So it's for us, whether we want to admit it or agree with it, it is. So when I'm doing something for my wife, as much as I don't expect anything out of it, I know that I will, because that's the way God works. That's the way ONPASSIVE works. Okay, so
Wow.
I'm drawing a correlation here that ONPASSIVE is the same way. We get in and we expect this much, and now we've got to look at the heap that they gave us, because the top is way up there somewhere. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with my wife and my family, and I'm going to branch out, and I'm going to be redoing people's houses and paving driveways and paying electric
Yes.
bills and lots of bigger stuff. And I'm hoping to be doing stuff with you in Africa.
Amen. Of course, we're going
Yeah,
to partner in a lot of stuff. I'm planning to penetrate even the hinterlands of India, because I've got great sisters and friends out there. That's just
Well,
on
we'll
past.
put that seed out there. You and I, we're going to get together. We're going to form a chain of founders. I'm
Oh
prophesying here,
yes,
okay? We're going to
it's
get a
gonna be
chain of founders in Ghana, Nigeria, and boom, connect them. We're going to, yeah, it's going to happen. We'll get it rolling.
sure, definitely. Thank you so much. So, guys, nobody said anything. What are your plans? No plans yet. Okay, if you drop them later on, we'll come back and I'll read and tell Jeffrey and the rest of the people. So, guys, Jeffrey has got a YouTube channel. I don't know about my brother Victor if he's got one. So, if you have never been on his channel, then you have not been anywhere yet. Go find out Jeffrey Moloch on YouTube. Just click on any video that comes your way and listen. It's going to take you to places. That's Jeffrey for you guys. So visit his channel, subscribe, click on that bell so that each time he drops anything, it falls on your palms. And that's how we make it happen. That's just on passive. Thank you
yeah.
guys.
Mine is Victor Lagide Ogumalade, my YouTube channel, and
Okay.
it's all about mindset,
Okay.
motivation, positivity.
I've never known that, but I think we need to share that. If I get the link, I'll pin it on the YouTube channel so
Oh,
people can click on
okay,
it and listen to you. And of course,
all right.
Hey,
thank
Thank you.
Comfort,
you.
can I put a shameless plug in there?
Go
Um,
ahead.
I've got Milo contacted me. We've been talking off and on for a long time. I met him personally. Wonderful man. Love him to death.
Oh, dear.
And he and I have got a relationship. And he called the other day and said, "Hey, I know you're doing this product video series. How about you and I get together and do a little 10-minute improv on every video, every product we got?" And I'm like, that's a lot
Yeah.
of videos.
Yeah.
But for the last 2 days, so I would encourage you, if you want to know more about ONPASSIVE's products, go to the Julian Milo website. If you just type in ONPASSIVE Julian Milo Show, YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
he is posting them about every 8 hours, where he and I just get on. He brings up a product and we go back for 6 or 8 minutes, and then we're done. And then we'll do another product later. He'll call, "You ready?" "Yeah, I'm ready." So we're having a ball with it. But over the next few days, we'll have all the products listed, and you'll be able to hear about them all.
Oh my. I'm the detail, I'm the look deep down kind of person. So I'm just sorry for you, Jeffrey, because actually I'm not sorry. I'm so proud of you because you are readily available and everybody just enjoys you everywhere you go. It's not for nothing. It's not, there's a reason why we're pulling you left, right, front, and back. We
Oh,
just
I
know
feel
that.
like Gumby, but I love it. You guys are great. I mean, you got to follow your passion, and this is mine. So
Yeah,
that's why it works.
Right,
If we
exactly.
all follow our
okay.
passion, which is our true north, okay?
Yeah,
When we
Yeah.
do what we're empowered to do, it's a gift. Much like giving is, much like encouragement is. I mean, we have gifts of the Spirit, and when we're
Oh yeah.
operating in these gifts, the magic happens.
Oh
That's
yeah.
why there's so much
that's
magic
right.
with ONPASSIVE. Mr. Navarre
Exactly.
is operating well within the confines of his gifts
Mm,
and
mm.
powerfully. So,
Right.
yeah.
Wow, thank you. That's just, I mean, it's you can't, it's so sweet in short. So Eka says, money is no longer an issue. It's all about changing humanity. And she looks forward to seeing smiles on faces of people she will reach out to. Thank you, sis, for planning this. We are going to team up and we will change the world. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I know you've been talking enough already. Do you think there's one quick important thing that just came up that you want to drop before we leave? My brother Victor, you may talk to non-founders or those who have registered and abandoned their account or anything that comes to mind. Just really quick before we say goodnight.
Yeah, what I was encourage, all our founders and new people that will be coming on is to make sure they log into to their accounts, make sure everything is okay, they can sign in to their email, to their funding account. Just check it. Just look at the updates. Look up the updates and get along. When you follow the process, you enjoy it better.
Okay. All right. Thank you, bro. Thanks. Jeffrey, any quick thing?
Yeah, just a quick reminder to everybody, we're going through changes. Data's migrating. The data center's getting kicked up. Man, we're doing all sorts of high, really advanced stuff. I mean, we're into lasers, right? Boom. We're going to have something nobody else has got, and it's going to be better. Be patient. Give it
Yes.
some time. You're going to have hits and misses and hot spots and downtimes. And,
Right.
there's going to be accessibility issues. It's all part and parcel with going forward. It's just the nature of the beast. Be patient. Know that this is good. Just know it's good for us. For you folks that haven't joined us and don't know much about us, don't learn about us now. Join now, then go learn, because it's going to knock your socks off you. It's going to, Mr. Mukhtar says, it's mind-boggling. It's going to blow your mind. Just do it. Get in, get unstuck, and get your future moving.
Woo, thank you. See who just came in to conclude this show.
Lynn!
Who came to conclude the show for us? And she says, stay engaged and plugged in. Of course, that's it. There is huge momentum in ONPASSIVE. Enjoy the ride. Of course, that's the hidden word, the ride. That ride is such a sweet thing.
And a big salute to Lynn. She is doing some awesome things out there.
She is. She is just sweet. Believe me, she is.
She's everywhere.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Victor. Thank you for your time.
It's a pleasure having you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for all you do for ONPASSIVE. Serving humanity is the thing. It's such a noble thing to do. And God bless you all, guys. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
And see you again really soon, guys. So, guys, remember, if you want to come to Worcester, my phone number, I've just posted it somewhere. Contact me by phone. Check on me on Facebook or any of us and get the address. If you want a place to stay the night and stuff, contact us. We are ready to help because, guys, you can't afford not to be part of this. It's going to be much fun. And at least Ash is going to be there. Jeffrey will be talking to us live from Zoom, and we'll have a couple of people. It's going to be really fun. So, guys, join us. Thank you, guys. Thanks, and see you soon.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, sure. Thank you.
And thank you. I appreciate sharing the platform with you. Thank you, Victor.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.